Welcome to Awesome English. I'm Dan. This is lesson 5 in our narrative series. You now know the structure of a narrative is orientation, build-up, problem, resolution, and ending. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to write a problem paragraph. Let's get moving. Tornadoes, rain. So you've used your build-up to create tension. Now it's time to write a really good problem paragraph. Let's get going. All right, welcome to our awesome checklist for today's lesson. This is our roadmap to success. These are the learning objectives we want to achieve by the end of the lesson. So the first one is to choose a really good problem to write about. Then to link our problem to our build-up paragraph. So you should already know what your problem is. Then to be able to use the hamburger strategy to structure a really great paragraph. To use literary devices. To use a mix of simple, compound, and complex sentences. And to use past tense verbs. All right, let's get moving. So, for a problem paragraph, you could choose from one of these options. You could have character versus nature. Something goes wrong in nature. You could have character versus character. Is there a fight or conflict between the characters? You could have character versus machine. Is there something, a machine or an alien or a robot, that's going to have a conflict with your character? And then finally, you could also maybe have character versus world. Is there something going on in the world that the character has to have a conflict with? You only need to choose one. When you get better at writing narratives, you might be able to use 2 or more. But today, let's just choose one. Okay, so let's do a problem paragraph together. Our character is kayaking down the river and things have started to go wrong. So use this example to write your own problem paragraph. You can keep the things you like. You can innovate or change some of it, or just come up with your own ideas. All right, let's check out this example. Water thrashed and crashed around Oscar as he struggled towards the bank. It was like he was bobbing for apples as his head went under the water again and again. At last, he grabbed the murky, muddy bank. Relief washed over him as he gasped for air, his heart thumping. Half stumbling, Oscar threw himself into the thicket next to the river. "What are you doing?" someone yelled. "What was that?" he whispered to himself. He looked around helplessly. A tree branch snapped, then nothing. Okay, so let's do a think, pair, share. I hope you're now starting to get some really good ideas for your own problem paragraph. It's all about chaos. Things are going wrong. Things aren't working out for the character. So, if you're at school, talk to the person next to you. If not, have a little brainstorming session by yourself. What are some ideas that you can put into your problem paragraph? Or what are some things you can steal or innovate or take from the problem example we had? Okay, over to you. Okay, so now it's time for some independent learning. Now that you know what a problem paragraph is, we need to consolidate our learning. Remember, practice makes progress. So what you need to do now is go and write one other problem paragraph. Copy and use ideas from the paragraph we've just done, or innovate and come up with your own ideas for another problem paragraph. Okay, get learning. All right, now it's time to up-level and improve our work. I hope you have now spent a few minutes drafting your problem paragraph. Check out our draft problem paragraph here. Spend a few minutes, work with the person next to you, or do it by yourself. How many literary devices can you spot in this paragraph? After that, go and edit your own paragraph. See if you can up-level it. Add more literary devices. Improve it. See if you can engage the reader. Okay guys, off you go. Go and improve your work. Go. Alright, now it's time for a little recap on the learning objectives of today's lesson. Give me some thumbs up if you're able to choose the right problem for your narrative text. Did you link it to your build-up paragraph so they work together to build tension? Did you use the hamburger strategy to create a really good paragraph? Did you use literary devices to make your narrative exciting and interesting? And did you use a mix of simple, compound, and complex sentences? Finally, did you use past tense verbs? Okay, let's keep going. Thanks for learning with us today at Awesome English. I hope you've now improved your narrative writing skills. Remember, practice makes progress. Keep working hard. I'll see you next time, and remember to stay awesome.